What's up, guys? My name is Jack, and welcome to Invest Today. Today's topic is the easiest money to make in the stock market. That stock for me is Facebook. Facebook, I own two of my three accounts. It has corrected down twice in the 2018 year. It has rebounded once, and then, as we know, it corrected again under the same sort of premise. That is worried about regulatory fears and the slowing growth of the company. So let's jump right into it. So if we take a quick look at the Facebook stock overview, we see it's trading at $173. It's down pretty significantly intraday, almost 3%, and it has touched that 3% mark, as you can see earlier around the 10 a.m. on the chart. So looking at its PE ratio, which I believe is one of the most important things a long-term investor can look at, we see it's trading at a 26.5. Honestly, when you look at Facebook as a whole and as the market as a whole, it's honestly not that high, especially when it comes to tech companies. Go look at the valuation and the PE ratio of Amazon, or maybe another stock like Apple. Apple's really the only one that's trading under 26. That could be kind of put in the same category as a Facebook. We see the one-year target is $211, which is significantly higher than what it's trading at $170. And if we look at the prior correction, which I'll go to in just a second, that was all the way down at $150. So if we take a look at this overview, and this is on the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform, which I believe is professional level software trading, and which I recommended to you guys in a previous video to open a TD Ameritrade account because you'll have access to software like this. So as we can see in the red on the top part of the screen, that's the 200-day moving average. The blue line is the 20-day, and the yellow line is the 50-day. We see that the 20 has crossed over the 50, which is typically a bearish signal. The 20 has crossed over the 200, which again is a bearish signal, and the 50 is moving closer to the 200, which is also a bearish signal. So a lot of bearish signals that are kind of coming towards the Facebook stock, and as you can see, it corrected pretty hardly twice. You can see the first time around 316.18, and now the second time just after 720.18. So it's corrected twice, and then from that first correction, it moved all the way up to around $220 a share until it corrected back down. Now we can see it's kind of trading sideways like it did with the first correction. I believe Facebook at $175 and below is a complete steal. We see the volume, which is higher, which shows there's more activity. We see the MACD histogram, which is the second from the bottom, the red and green lines. We see that it's starting to build some green or upward momentum. So the stock is beginning, despite its terrible day today, in which it's down right now 2.75%. It's starting to build some good momentum, and the market forecast, which is below 20, so it is pretty much as low as it can go, it is showing great promise for the stock just beginning to start to take off. My prediction personally is that it's going to begin to trade sideways for the next month or so, while building up some small gains. I'd say probably around 3 to 4.5% at the top level over the next month or so, in which it will continue to grow and go higher and higher and higher for the foreseeable future. I believe it'll be trading in the range of 180 to 167 in the next couple months, and it will kind of trade sideways, but it will end up at the end of the next month or so, it will be on the higher end of that range. So if we take a look, this is in my positions page for one of the two accounts that I own Facebook in. I have some of the personal information blurred out, but as you can see, for this account, Facebook Incorporated.com, Class A share, I have a quantity of 5, and my trade price was $170. The mark right now, it went up a bunch, and now it's come back down, and the mark is $170.98. As you can see, I'm up 0.5 or so on this position, and that's just proving ownership in this first account. So if we take a look at the second account, we see that Facebook is owned again with a trade price of $175. This is actually made for a client. I'm not sure why it's blurred out, but the quantity of this trade was 2 shares of Facebook, and the mark right now is $170.92. So this is just showing you guys that I own it for a client in another of the accounts that I manage. And this is at a trade price of a little higher, but I firmly believe anything below or at $175 is an absolute steal. So stay tuned, and I'll be going into kind of how this turns out in the next couple months. I'll give you guys updates. Thank you. Thank you guys. Please click the subscribe button right here. Throw me a like, throw me a comment. Do you own Facebook? What did you buy it at? What are you planning on selling at? Thank you, and I'll see you next time.